You alright, welcome back to the channel and a new video. So we need to do a service on the old truck, so I'll just do this and I'll give you a bit of an update as well over the week, what I've been doing and why you haven't seen me. So basically I've been that ill over the last few weeks. It's been horrendous. I haven't even been doing any work really. Well, I have, but not what I should be doing. I've just been so ill. I've had no energy. I've had a bit of a cold, and then this and that, one thing after another, and it's to a point where I haven't even been able to do anything. So like I say, I need to service this as well, so I'll do this and I'll give you an update as well as I'm doing it. So this is me Range Rover. Obviously you all know this one. This is my old one, L405 BMW M57 engine. Needs servicing, long overdue as well. I should have done it a couple of weeks ago, but I just haven't had time. So yeah, it's been horrendous. So I've had loads go on. I broke down the other day in my new truck up in Preston. I'll put that in now. Yeah, so as you can see there, I ended up hard shoulder on the M6 with the machine on. Had a blowout at the side of the road on the back. I don't know why. The tyre was good, just one of them things. I think it's just didn't want to go for whatever reason. I tried everything to get it sorted. I've got me tools obviously that I carry with me, but because I wasn't in this car, all my other tools are in this one. I only had a small tool kit with me. I couldn't get the nuts off whatever I tried. I needed a breaker bar, so I had to ring for help, and I had to get this one to come all the way to Preston with me breaker bar so I could take my wheel off. I brought a jack with me and a few other bits. What else did I need? Oh, I needed all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so I sent for this one. This one come and rescued me, took the trailer off me, and then I went on to the spare, but the spare's only a little spare, so it's not really for towing. Yeah, so I just let the trailer off this one, and then I brought this one back. And then shout out to V&M tyres as well. Mike at V&M, I've mentioned him before, mate. What a bunch of lads down there. Always helps me out, proper sound fella. I rang him on my way back, giving me tyre size. Anyway, he come back and he said, yeah, I've got one. I said, look, I'll get there before 6 o'clock when he closes. About 5 to 6 I got there. They were all stood outside waiting for me. Yeah, like where else do you get service like that? You know, you just don't get it, do you? So they were outside waiting for me, put me a new tyre on, and then I was away then. Yeah, got me a new tyre, dropped it on for me, and I was back on the road by 10 past 6, something like that. They were all waiting to go home, bless them, but they waited for me. You just don't get that, do you? You know, not anymore anyway. So shout out to them guys, fair play to them. They could have said, nah, come back whenever, but they didn't. He said, nah, I'll wait for you, mate, no problem. And he did, sorted me right out. Yeah, so that's my air filter off now. Fairly, I should have to take that cover off really. I can't remember how it comes on. Pain in the arse. Well, it's stopping it now. A bit annoying to get off these. Come on. There we go. It just pushes on them pipes at the back, and it's now stuck on the air filter itself. Come on, out you come. Oh, Jesus, I don't remember how these come off. Yeah, I don't ever remember it being that hard. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna just rip the air filter out. There we go. Put that out. Might come out now. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so big shout out to them for giving me a hand there and helping me out. Like I say, I was in a right mess. I just didn't need it, you know. Like I say, I've been so ill all week, or for the last few weeks. It was meant to be a simple drive to Preston, pick a machine up. That become a job in itself. So I'll tell you what happened there. So I was on my way to Preston. I'd done the deal with a fella, spoke to the guy, and picked up a John Deere X350R. I was told it was all ready to go and there was no problems. It was meant to be, I was picking it up from a mower shop where it had been in for repair. Anyway, so the fella turned around and he said, oh, there's an invoice to pay, 800 quid. You might as well just pay that invoice and then, you know, send me the remainder, like. So anyway, so I turned up at this shop and I rang him ahead and said, look, you know, this is the, you know, I don't want to be driving all the way up there and you won't release it because it's not my mower and all the rest of it. Anyway, they were like, no, we'll try and accommodate it. So this fella, I gets there and I'm like, hang on, pal, where's the grass box? The grass box is missing. So I rang him and he was like, oh, is it not there? I was like, no. Oh, right, well, why haven't they picked it up? And started like having beef with a mower shop, you know, but through me. And I was like, no, mate, whoa. I was like, mate, I'm here to pick up a machine and going home. That's it. I'm not involved in any of this. Between you and your mower shop, whatever's gone on there, that's between you and them. Anyway, long story short, I came home without it because it wasn't there. The fella rang where it was and they said, oh, they're on holiday, so you can't get it. It's going to be a couple of days and this, that and the other. So I was fuming. I just didn't need it, you know. I just wanted to go there, pick my machine up and come home because, like I say, I've not been doing much work. So I get to the fella on the phone and I said, look, pal, I'll pay this invoice and when this grass box turns up, I'll send you the rest of the money. I said, look, if it doesn't turn up, mate, like, I'm not bothered, I'll just go and buy a new one. And you know, that's it, like. And he was like, oh, right, well, I need that, you know, and this and that. And I was like, look, pal, I'm sat here in Preston waiting for you and your mistake. I said, don't start making it my problem. And in the end, he did kind of come right. And he was like, all right, we'll just take it then, he said. I'll get the box sent up to you in the post. So I was waiting 3-4 days for that to turn up. So that was a bit annoying. Eventually, though, it arrived, but he dismantled it because it was a case of, well, he had to put it in the post, didn't he? So he's tried to, rather than sending it as one piece, he sent it as loads of individual bits. It was all dismantled. So I was not too happy about that, so I ended up having to spend a few hours putting it all back together again, which was another annoyance that I just didn't need, considering it, I bought it as a machine ready to go, you know? So that was annoying, but in the end I've got it now. Oh, I can't get this thing on properly. They're a pain in the arse, these things. They never line up properly when you put them on. It's caught somewhere, but I can't see where it's caught. They're always a bit fiddly. There we go, we're in. Nope, still not in. Is that in? Yeah, there we go. Put your oil filler cap back on. So I've been dropping down there. Yeah, so that came all dismantled. To put all that back together again before I could do anything with it, which was annoying because it was, you know, it's not really what I wanted, but in the end it was all right. I've managed to get it back home and it's up for sale now, so we're nearly there, like, on that side of things. But in general, these last couple of weeks has been hard. What else has gone wrong this week? What else has gone wrong? Oh, everything really. Oh, that's what I've had this week as well. Oh, I don't line that up properly now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Demonstration tractor. So I was meant to be getting a demo tractor from a local dealer. I've been asking them for about 2 years. Eventually they kind of said, yeah, alright then you can have it, and blah de blah de blah. So I was all buzzed about that. Anyway, I've tried getting insurance. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. So I was fuming about that. I spent all this time trying to, you know, convince a dealer to let me have one. And then you find out you actually can't get one because the insurance is like impossible to get. So I've did a bit of recording on that as well. So I was going to make it into a bit of a video that didn't really work out, but yeah, I'll put that in now.
Can I help?
Hello, hi. I've been trying to get temporary insurance for a demonstration tractor. Is this something you guys can do?
Do you have policies with us?
No.
No, unfortunately we wouldn't be able to, sorry.
Right, okay. So,
No.
So do you know anyone who does? Because I've rang everyone and no one no one will do it. Everyone says you've got to have a policy already existing to have a temporary policy.
Yes, that's right. Bear with me, let me just ask my colleague.
No problem, thank you.
Have you tried FUW?
I've tried literally everyone.
Right,
You're the last person on me.
Sorry.
You're the last person on my number to list. The only people who were vaguely potentially was a JCB insurance, but because of the value, they said they don't do it because it's over a certain value. If it's below a certain value, they can do temporary cover. But
I get you.
Do you know why that is? Because it's like, what about if you want to get into farming and you want to buy a tractor, but you don't want to, you want to get it on demonstration first?
If you had a farm with us, if you had a farm policy with us, it wouldn't be a problem.
Ah, right, okay. So
you have to meet certain criteria with us, and not only that, we wouldn't do temporary cover anyway if you didn't have a tractor policy already.
Anyway, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Sorry.
Anyway.
All right then. Thanks
Cheers.
for trying us,
Thank
though.
you. Yeah, no
Thank you,
problem.
bye-bye.
Yeah,
Cheers,
so
thank you.
as you can see there, I rang everyone. All the insurance companies. You can't get insurance on one unless you've owned one already and you already have an existing policy for temporary insurance. Maybe that's common and everybody knows this, but I didn't know this. I thought you'd be able to just get a bit of insurance on something like that, you know? So I was thinking, well, how are you going to... Say you were starting and you wanted to buy something and you wanted to have one on demo before you buy one. Well, how'd you get one then? You know, it seems to be like a... I was thinking, well, how's that work? But, yeah, so that all come to an end. So I was not happy about that, really. And anyway, then I ended up speaking to the dealer in question. And they were basically, they weren't going to let me have it anyway. And I was a bit pissed off with them, to be honest, because it was like, well, you've said that you're going to give me something and now you don't want to. And they were all like passing me from pillar to post. Oh, well, you need to speak to so-and-so. And then you'd speak to them, you go, oh, no, it's not my remit, you go speak to him. And I just thought, the amount of stuff I've done for you lot over the years, because it's a dealer I work with, and I've done loads for them over the years. All I wanted was a tractor on demo to have a bit of a play with, and they were like, no, you can't have it in the end. So I did see my arse a bit with them, and I've just thought, oh, whatever then, forget it. Go and do something else with your life, innit? Right, this thing as well, I've been having problems with this. I've been having injector issues again. It's that same problem I've had for a while now, and I did change the injector a while ago and it never fixed it. So I've got a load of liquid moly. I'm going to just bang a load of that in and see if that kind of helps it right, because it just seems to be getting worse. I think I've got a clogged injector. Well, I have. One's over fueling to compensate, but I've put a new one in and it's not made no difference. I've checked all the lume, still not made any difference, so give up with it really, to be honest. I thought I'll just run it as it is. You know, it's not that the end of the world, it's just a bit annoying. But I'll just put a load of liquid moly in and see if that helps. So there we go, there's the air filter done anyway. Need to do my oil now. Right, That's the worst bit, innit, doing oil. Air filter's not too bad. I'm not going to do the fuel filter. Brit parts as well. If anyone ever doing one of these, that's who I use. They've always been good. As you can probably hear, I'm still coughing and sputtering, and like I said, I'm not quite right, but I've got work to do, so. And this is, you know, well overdue a service. Yeah, she's a bit low there as well, fucking hell. But I have just had a running, like. But yeah, she is very low actually. I checked this the other day as well. Well, say I checked it, my brother checked it. So, good job I've come and had a look really. Right, get underneath now, let's do the oil. Up here is the filter, for anyone who's never done one of these before. There. You take that off and the filter's in there. Just be careful you don't cross thread it when you go back on. And underneath obviously is your sump plug. Right, let's do that now. Right, under here now for engine oil. So, nice and simple, there's your sump plug. Let me try and do this and fill it at the same time. There she is. Always get you, doesn't it? Always gets you. Right, get me back. Oh dear. See, that's basically stopped now. Turn around. Get that in there. There we go. So there's your sump plug there. That's tight now and it's clean, dry. I'll drag this out, I'll drop my jack. Just jacked it up to give me a bit more room. And then I'll fill it up with oil once it's level. Just spill that all over the place. Not bad. Start filling her up. It should take about 7 litres, something like that. Right, I'll get on that now. It's 1.5 litres gone in there. Check underneath now, make sure it's dry. Make sure nothing's coming out, it's not leaking. And then put the rest in. Just so nothing drops down. So that's 6.5 litres, I'll give that a minute, let it flow to the bottom, and I'll dip that thing again. She's just took another litre, so just in time. Yeah, perfect. Just below the maximum, ideal. And it's just about to rain, so job done. Right, not much of an interesting video, but just a bit of an update of what's gone on. Hopefully I'll be back on the videos again soon, so I'll catch you on the next one.